vị đến với chương trình Góc Khuất cùng với Chelsea. Và hôm nay Chelsea mời được mấy vị khách đến với chúng ta. Vì hôm nay là những người vị khách này là người không biết nói tiếng Việt Nam, cho nên vì lý do Chelsea tiếng nó không còn như bữa mới bị cảm, cho nên Chelsea cái này sẽ nói tại sao không đủ để mà nói hết một cái show. Cho nên quý vị thông cảm là tuần này Chelsea sẽ nói tiếng Mỹ hết, mình sẽ thông dịch bằng tiếng Việt Nam ở phía dưới. Mong quý vị thông cảm cho tuần này cho cái show Góc Khuất. Và hôm nay vị khách mời này chúng ta mời đến là những người mà mình nói là sản xuất phim hay là tài tử về cho vở kịch. Thank you so much for joining the show. So I just briefly explained that we're going to speak in English.
Great.
Awesome.
There you go.
Please introduce yourself.
Sure. Hi, everybody. My name is Shin Shin Sai. I'm the producing associate at Chance Theater in Anaheim off of La Palma and Imperial. We're so happy to be here. I think we'll be talking about Spring Awakening, our current summer musical. We run until August 10th, and we're here to chat a bit about the show.
Thank you.
Yeah. My name is Corden Melgoza. I'm playing Melchior, who's one of the leads in Chance Theater's production of Spring Awakening, and I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah, my name is Kaylee Stallings. I play Vendla, also one of the leads in the production, and I too am very excited to be here.
Thank you so much. So it's crazy because crazy in a good way, not in a bad way. You guys are very young, so we don't know the history or the plot line of the story.
Yeah.
Can you guys tell us more about the summary or the main theme of the story?
Yeah, so it's actually adapted from a play from the 1800s, a German play of the same name, and it's basically about repressed German students who really haven't had a chance to express themselves, and they're kind of going through puberty and changes in their bodies and what that means, kind of going through this, oppressive society that tells them not to think about these things and not to explore these parts of themselves that are real and exist, and the consequences of being, brought up in that world and not having a voice in that society.
Yeah,
go ahead. But you guys look so young, so that's perfect roles for you guys.
Right, yeah, we're playing 14-year-olds, which is quite fun.
Yes.
And then to touch a little bit on more of the specific plot, he plays Melchior, who is sort of a free thinker. He is beating his own drums, so to speak, and he's sort of atheistic, and he falls in love with my character, Vendla, who's this sort of innocent girl who is longing for something. She's sort of lived her life following her mother's rule, and she's going out and really trying to live in the extremes. And then his best friend is sort of struggling in school and having these thoughts about women and being very confused and trying to get through life. So it's all of our struggle together.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. This is like, I want to ask these questions. You guys just talked about, teenage years, but that's 1980s.
Mm.
But we all
1890s.
1890s. But the problem is we all been through our teenage life. Do you think that during that time, during the play scenes you play, and in reality, does it relate a lot to our own personal life?
Oh, definitely. It's actually weird how relevant it feels to, but I think it's the universal experience. It doesn't matter if it's, set in the 1890s or the 1700s or, any period of life. Everyone biologically goes through sort of similar process and becomes aware of certain things, and, their hormones are raging and whatnot. So I think it is a pretty universal thing, and I think it'll be a universal thing into the future, So it's an ever relevant show.
Right. What's your thoughts being outsider staring at them?
It's the beautiful thing about this show is that it's a cautionary tale for what happens when we don't extend kindness and understanding to our younger generation. Instead of guiding and giving context to what is happening to them, the play talks about and shows these adults who are willing to withhold, to batter, to bully, to bruise the younger generation. The tagline we've been running with is, when society says no, the youth says now, right? And so our show plays with this delightful blend of dreary, drab, oppressive, dual chromatic black and whites of the world where it just feels hard to live in. And then as the music comes into play and these teens are exploring their sexuality, their feelings, their emotions, their own autonomy, the literal color of the world starts to open up. And so you get these wonderful moments of like just stark contrast with beautiful artistry of light. So we're really, really excited for audiences to come see that.
You sound so poetic.
Yeah, that was beautiful. I couldn't.
Did you find a script?
No,
Answer
no,
everything.
no. Somebody's in my ear just telling me what to say.
I just shed a tear.
But you're right in a way, like, you know, I compare myself to teenagers nowadays. I'm like, hey, I wasn't like that back then. You know?
Right.
And then so to see you guys, I have to see how it's like. And I know how they say history repeats itself. So I want to know how it will repeat itself and how it affects our society nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and our show deals with a lot of really heavy topics, right? We talk about suicide, there's abortion, menstruation, like there's all of these topics that are kind of taboo and things that people don't really talk about.
Very personal.
And like you said, history repeats itself. So I think that if we don't speak about these topics, we're bound to repeat the problems that we've run into in the past. So I think that's something that is really important about our show and about Spring Awakening in general, is that we really kind of tackle those topics that people don't, always talk about.
And the final song of the show is, not to spoil anything, but it's kind of imploring the audience and the world to hope that the show won't be relevant anymore, in the sense that like these problems that the characters go throughout the show and the kind of parents and the adults that they bump up against throughout the show will like watch the show and they'll change.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think that this story of the play is very controversial? It's like very like, in a way, not politics like, but abortion, suicidal. It's real nowadays. So it's not just back then, but it's everywhere now. But maybe social media nowadays affects more on our, youth kind of mindsets.
Yeah.
It's sad how timely it is, but even in a world where we are so hyper connected by the internet, there's so much misinformation, right? This play still takes place in the late 1800s, but the themes of not understanding what is happening, the desire to not to withhold information is still so present, right? Like there's a sense of bamboozling that's so present in our current society that's also within our show. A lot of things just haven't changed, and I think we can only do what we can do by talking about it, bringing it to light, drawing attention to it. So, yeah.
Is this more drama or more comedy? I mean, hearing a story of abortion and all that, it's more dramatic.
I think it's kind of a beautiful mix of both. Obviously, again, we're dealing with some dark topics, but there's a lot of lighter moments that I think break up the tension for the audience and give us a doorway into some of the darker things. But I was talking with Erica, who plays the adult woman in the cast. And she was like, how crazy is it that I'm walking off stage, there's this big funeral scene, and she's like, I'm crying and crying, and then I have to like wipe my tears and then be like, oh, hello, and like all of a sudden she has this comedic scene that comes out of nowhere. And I think that's sort of the beauty of Spring Awakening, is it's very like all over the place, and so it's this emotional roller coaster for the audience that I think is actually really fun and enlightening.
And it's fun music too. It's all set in the 1800s, but it's all contemporary rock music. So yeah, it's a really fun blend. When we go into the music, we're in the characters' heads and their emotions. When we're in the dialogue, we're in the story. So yeah, it's a really fun mix.
Which is another way that it shows that, it's relevant to the youth today, because that's kind of the music that I grew up on when I was a teenager. I was listening to all kinds of like punk, pop stuff, and like rock bands and stuff. So this music really speaks to me, and I think it speaks to a lot of people of our generation.
Okay, thank you so much, guys, but like, we have to go. We have to take a break a little bit, and we'll be right back. We'll be right back. come back to the show with myself and the 3 guests. So like I said, I was speaking not Vietnamese this time, but fully English. And again, we were talking about, I totally forgot, but I'm talking about
Spring Awakening.
Spring Awakening.
Yeah.
But myself, or thinking, when we talked about the scenes, how many different scenes are there? Because how long is the play?
How long is the
It's
play?
2 hours
hours.
and 20 minutes, not including intermission, I believe.
That's good to know.
Give
Something
her-
like that.
something
Yeah.
like that,
You
So
guys,
specific. It's what it says on our website.
but you guys are so fully into that play that you don't
Yes.
know the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's such a well-flowing play. Like it doesn't feel like a long show, even though I guess technically it is. But I've had some friends come and see the show, and they're like, the pacing was fantastic. Like there wasn't a boring moment in the show, and I think part of that is due to the scenes leading really well into each other, the amount of like fun songs mixed with the amount of kind of sad songs. And the amount of characters in the show that you get to delve into each character a little bit and their psychology as the
Right.
story goes on.
And then do you guys have people who ask you, can I ask you personal questions?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, are you guys really that age?
yeah, exactly. Not that yet.
right? You guys are not, because you play 14-year-olds, right?
Yeah.
So
Do people think you're 14?
You know, I got told the other day that I look so young, but I think it's because I'm standing next to him. I'm 5'2" at best, and he's
And I'm 6'3".
6'3",
So I think
yeah.
the height, people are like, if that's a kid, that is a tall kid. But to be fair, I was this tall when I was
Yeah.
16.
I've seen a lot of teenagers who are very tall nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
full beards, and taxes.
Right?
I don't understand it.
I've seen some kids that look older than me, so
They grow up fast.
they grow up so fast.
But they age, later on they age slowly.
Yeah,
Or they try
exactly.
to not age.
Yeah, exactly.
But again, when you guys are in that role, who are you? Are you like the 14 or are you right now? Like, do you know who you are? Do you lose your own self? Your own-
Interesting question. Yeah, I think that I'd like to think that I get so deep into my character that, nothing else really exists. I suppose there's probably like a 10% of your brain, my acting coach used to always say, that's like conscious, because you're like, I have to hit this mark or I have to say this line, But yeah, I'd like to think that 90% of me is Vendela, and I'm really in that character's mind.
Right.
Yeah, I would say the same for me. It feels weird, and then sometimes it's not that I forget that I'm me and that when I'm playing this character, but there are times when I go home and I think about some of the sad things that happen in the show, and I just start crying. But it's like not really happening to me, so it's a weird.
So you take that character home with you.
I try not to, but I think sometimes just the situations get in there, and then you're like crying on stage, so your body thinks that you're sad, but the things aren't really happening to you. It's really strange, yeah.
That's psychology, or
Yeah.
that's a part of, could be a memories,
Yeah.
could be something, or could be something that kind of triggered us. So maybe in reality, it is a fact.
Yeah.
Or it may not happen to us, but it happened to someone we know.
Yeah.
And my other question was, it's a play, so you guys don't get to do like 1, 2, 3 action cuts. You have to go on.
Right.
You have to go on. So have ever been a time you forget your line?
Oh man.
And what do? You play along or?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. There are times where we drop a line or something, but we know the show so well that we can cover for each other, and we'll like miss a line here, but I don't think there's anything major that's happened where.
Do you get OCD about it? Like, I missed the line. I have to repeat the line.
Yes, absolutely.
That
And
does
I walked up stage. I had one day where I had choreo, and I was supposed to be like this, or no, I wasn't. I was supposed to be here, and I'm in a group of women, and everyone's doing the same thing. And I very confidently like shoved my hand out and was like, "Oh, that's not the right choreo that I'm supposed to be doing in this moment." So then I just saved it by looking off into the distance and was like dreaming. I don't know, but my choreographer was like, amazing job saving that one.
Yeah.
So thank God, because
for you.
It was keeping me up at night. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that they said that.
See, when you're solely passionate about what you do, you can't stop thinking about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Sometimes you have to try to just let things go because, like you said, there isn't like a 3, 2, 1 action, you know. And so
Right.
I think that's kind of the beauty of live theater, is when those mistakes happen. It's like the audience is like, "Ooh, that's kind of fun," you know.
And-
it's memorable.
And it's not being recorded, so
Uh,
you never have to think about it ever again if you
That's
don't want
true.
to. Nobody will. If someone says you missed that line, I'm like, no, I didn't.
Unless every
Gaslight
single
everyone.
audience member.
I got every line right,
I agree.
and you can't prove that I didn't.
Well, and I think it's nice too that the audience doesn't have a script. You know,
Right.
they're not reading along with you. So
Would you
if
know?
something is a little
Would
different,
Shinshin know?
I wouldn't know.
Shinshin always knows.
What do you do?
No, well, I want to take a second to brag about these two and our entire cast, because our audition process was grueling. We had 2 days of 5-hour auditions. We saw so many people. I think we had like 1,400 applicants.
Wow.
And so our cast from 1,400 was distilled to 13. And so we're so excited and so proud of Kaylee, Corden, our entire cast, because they are amazing. They work so hard, but they're so kind. They're really passionate. They sound amazing. And so they talk about like messing up and being goofy. But whenever we see them on stage, I'm only ever proud. I know I speak for the entire Chance team when we're just so delighted to see their work.
Nice. Have you ever get to hear that?
No,
Usually
No.
it's chastising. No, not at all.
this is a different
That's
side of
true.
Shinshin
I know.
I've never seen before. That's very
Oprah.
sweet. That's very sweet.
Yeah.
And then how long do you guys usually practice for?
How long was this
This
rehearsal
was a
process?
very, very short process.
I think you guys had about 4 weeks before we started performances.
Yeah. I've been in shows where it's like 2 or 3 months of rehearsals. So to
This is
have
like-
4 weeks, it was
Wow.
Yeah,
You did it.
We did it.
Right, we
I
did
know.
it.
Yeah.
It came together. It came
So
together
it
at the
did.
end.
And not only is it a musical where you have to make sure you're on top of your singing, your dancing, and your acting, but the choreography is it's a more unconventional approach. So the type of dancing they have is more symbolic, more abstract, and it's really poignant and profound. But we also have many of our actors playing instruments, which is a second, third, fourth layer of complexity that we're adding to the show. And so usually you only have to contend with 1 or 2 things, but a lot of our actors are working with like 4 or 5 different things in the moment to figure out.
Genius.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
plays guitar in the show.
Yeah.
for all of like
So
2
what do you guys,
seconds.
what do you yourself, what do you do? I'm like thinking like, wow, you sing, you dance, you play music,
They're
you do
acting,
everything.
yeah.
He
Acting.
plays guitar as well.
Nice.
Yeah, not in the show,
Not
but
in the
yeah.
show, but he
yeah.
does.
Do you play any music in the show?
I don't play any guitar in this show. I'm just singing, and honestly, that's enough for me. I'm like I'm singing and I'm acting, and I'm already exhausted, so I can't imagine having to play music on
What
top
we can
of
do,
it.
you can put your YouTube or any social media link
yeah.
so
Yeah.
anyone can view and
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
so sweet. Yeah.
Absolutely.
all of you guys.
Oh.
So anyone can
Nobody's
view
going to want to hear me sing. There's a reason why I'm on this side. You know what I
Well,
mean?
that's nice. So you guys have multi-talent, or like
Yeah.
talented people,
Yeah.
individuals.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have 2 bass players. One of them plays the flute. Shout out to Emma. She's incredible. We have Linda who plays cello. We have so many talented. Izzy plays guitar. Naya plays guitar. So there's so many people. And what's really cool is like Jocelyn, our director, has really utilized different ways to have them play music and to make it make sense for the story. You know, there's one moment where I know they've talked about Izzy, like it's as though she wrote this song, and so she's playing it on guitar because she wrote it, you know, in the context of the show. So Jocelyn's really cool in that way that she's been able to utilize people to further the story.
Yeah, which is not a part of the original production or any of the productions that I've seen. There aren't actors typically playing instruments in this show, so it's really cool. to see.
Yeah, you guys pretty much own the show. You do everything.
They do everything.
We do a
And
lot.
then and the what do you guys wear? I mean, like the classic.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
all and it's a good. It's so cool. So in the first act, we have completely different hairstyles as well.
You long hair. Say?
Yeah, well, my hair is pulled back in like a
Ah.
bun in the first act, and then the second act, it's let free. And then Jalen, who plays Otto in the show, he gets a red streak in his hair in the second
Cool.
act, and so it's kind of more contemporary in the second act. and it's just to show the transformation that all of the characters go through growing up.
So how many years you guys in throughout the beginning of the scene and the end of the scene? Is it 1 year, 2 years,
It's
5 years?
only like, actually, how long is it?
I don't know off the top of my head. It's not.
It's not very long.
No,
It's a
there's
few
some-
months only.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say there's some scenes where there'll be like a few months in between. I would say probably like 6 months or something,
Yeah.
5 months.
But
I'd have to
you
look.
changed. Everyone changed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's more of
yeah.
like nobody acknowledges that we've changed, but it's
It's a
all
symbolic
representative.
gesture, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's a coming of age tale,
Mhm.
so there's so much change that happens within each character,
Thank
which
you.
is cool.
And then I will cut a break right now.
Okay, great.
And then we'll be right after the show, the break. We'll talk more about you guys. Yeah, in the future. Anyways, we'll be right back. Welcome back to the. Can we cut? Welcome back to the show, and thank you so much again for still being here with me. And like earlier, I mentioned I want to talk about the future. What are your future plans or goals? Because what you guys are doing right now, you guys are like superstars, Hollywood stars, future Hollywood stars.
Get you.
Okay,
yeah, take that
the
one.
future.
You put your mind spot.
I'm working on a film, actually, like basically right after we close. I'm leaving and going to do a feature with a friend of mine, which should be really fun. It's called Suburban Gangsters, and that'll be out at some point in the future. I also just did a film with Joseph Benya. It was a little rom-com, which was a lot of fun, so that should be out soon. And yeah, I did my first anime, which was really fun. So if you guys check out My Happy Marriage on Netflix, yeah, you'll see that season 2. And then hopefully maybe that'll come with a season 3 in the future. So yeah, thank you.
Do you know?
No, I didn't. This is all news to me. I only see them as theater artists. So this is weird.
I mostly do film and television,
crazy
but I
to
do
me.
theater whenever I can. It's where my heart is.
You
for
have
sure.
a beautiful face, a cute
Yeah.
smile.
Aw.
Yeah, the 14-year-old face.
She's forever young. I know. I'm so jealous.
How about yourself?
Oh man, I mean, I don't have anything lined up at the moment. I just we just premiered a short film that I was in at LA Shorts Festival last night, and so I'm going to hopefully go to more festivals when that's screening. But other than that, I'm just auditioning. Got nothing lined up. The thing is, this show is so all-encompassing to me, where I feel like I can't do anything else when I'm here, and I know that when it's over, I'm just going to be depressed. So I'm just trying to live in the moment and not think too much about it. But, yeah.
Well, the thing about women, we can multitask. Man,
Yeah.
you guys are one at a time.
100%. I
agree.
cannot multitask for the life.
I don't even know if I can one task.
You can eat 2 pieces of chicken at the same time.
That's true. That's true. But that's like a single.
But if it was 2 different birds, if it was a
Yeah.
chicken and a turkey,
Done.
Overwhelming.
Done.
Yeah.
I can only focus on one.
What about you, Shinjin?
Oh
do you
God,
do?
that's an awful question. I'll tell you what the theater's doing.
Oh, yeah.
We just finished auditions for What the Constitution Means to Me, which is our final play of the year. It's a beautiful show. That again is also very unfortunate how timely it is, but it's about a woman who takes us back into her past.
Wow.
And it's a journey of her speech and debate championships where we get to find out where the Constitution defends us and how it doesn't, and who it protects and who it doesn't. And it's a really, really hilarious but challenging show. And I'm really excited for us to present that after Spring Awakening. I think it's been a really fantastic season. And the musical has just been amazing. So we're really excited to end that you're really strong.
Yeah, it sounds very amazing.
We're
just
really
to hear
happy.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm happy for everyone. I don't know what my future will be like.
Yeah, what's your future?
I'm still here, sitting here.
No, well, you're still running it 100%.
But I just like to hear from other stories, and it makes me happy just hearing from
Yeah.
you guys. You know.
I'd love
Yeah.
to hear sort of what your guys' experience with the rehearsal process was like.
Oh man.
Oh, it was delightful.
You guys fight?
It was
No
so
fighting, no.
no, we're so creepily similar actually that everything has been kind of a breeze
Yeah.
between Corden and I, which is really nice. There's a lot of like sort of intimate moments, and some of that might be overwhelming or challenging if it was someone that I didn't get along with.
That's true.
So we kind of lucked out
Yeah.
in that we're both super, I feel like professional and
Yeah.
ready to just jump in and play.
Yeah.
And get to live in the moment. I don't know.
That was a great rehearsal process. It was more sad when we had days off, and I was like, I want to go back and
You're attached
work on
to
that show. Yeah, I was just so attached to it, and it's so. I mean, there are scenes that are really tough and really emotionally heavy, but I felt that I would rather be doing that than like waiting tables, you know.
Right.
So it was just a pure joy. Everyone in the cast and crew were the nicest people, and also just brilliant artists.
This is a personal question.
Yeah, sure.
Have you guys ever, I mean, growing up, do you guys ever think you guys would go into media or like things, entertainment like this? Or you just grow, just one day, someone said, hey, would you like to join this?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I started when I was so young. I started in Ohio. I saw a sign up at a zoo that was like, do you want to be an actor? I was 6 years old. I turned to my dad and was like, what's an actor? And then started taking acting classes and kind of fell in love with it. And then my family moved out here when I was 7. So I've been acting for basically my whole life, which feels kind of crazy, but I love it and there's nothing I'd rather do. So.
You have support from your family. That's very important. Culturally, for us Vietnamese,
yeah.
it's harder.
Yeah. I got lucky. My mom directed like kids theater, so she got me and all my siblings in when we were super young, and just doing little kids shows and doing Christmas shows, and I loved it, and I kept it up. You know, when I was a kid, I was just a big ham. I just loved attention, and that was the best way to get it. So I did that throughout my whole life.
Do you ever thought about modeling since you're 6 feet?
Oh
3?
man, I don't take pictures well. You know,
You don't have to do
That's
anything.
a lie.
Stand there.
a lie.
I don't photograph well, but I like to. I like them to, you know, take video of me. I like to be on camera and not know that the camera's there, and then get to just act, and they pull whatever images they think look good from there. Yeah, it stresses me out to think I have to pose for a picture. It's awful to me.
No, you're natural. You
Oh,
all are.
thanks.
Yeah.
They are.
So maybe next time tell someone to hide the camera, pretend they're hiding the camera.
That I could do.
Yeah.
Or just have a really long lens, and I could stand at the end of the room and
Not now.
yeah.
Are you considered introverts or no? I don't think.
I always thought I was an extrovert when I was a kid.
Right.
But I think as I grew up, things changed a little bit. So now I think I am a bit of both. I think I'm an introverted
Must be.
extrovert. Yeah.
that's me.
I have a social battery that dies at a certain point. But I love talking to people, and I'd feel weird if I was alone for too long. But there are parts where I just really like my alone time, and I like to just read.
Because you're still young. Wait until you get old, my age.
That's true.
It's funny, I say the same thing about myself,
Yeah.
only I reverse it. I always say I'm an extroverted introvert.
Maybe that's what I am too. Actually,
I don't know, you said introverted extrovert, which could be too.
So
but
we are on the same points. Like
Right.
because of work, because of our life, we
Yes.
have to be extroverts.
you have to learn how to talk to people.
Like
Yeah.
if I'm on my own myself, don't contact me.
Right. Absolutely.
You're a complete extrovert.
No, I'm an introvert.
Really?
I hate being outside.
You could fake it with the best
I
of them.
no. No. It's theater is this really lovely place that you get to be yourself no matter who you are, because it's such an inclusive, welcoming community. So I never feel like I'm working. You know, like I just get to hang out with two really cool people 3 really cool people actually.
Yes.
So I never feel like I'm having to like perform or like worry about what I'm trying to say. But theater does that, you know, like put me in front of like anything else, and I'm like, ooh.
Thank you. The reason why I asked that question is because there's people out there who wants to love acting, but because they're very shy and they assume they've been introverted throughout their whole life, they want to try casting for here and there, but they're afraid. But now you see, you guys are introvert extroverts, but you love what you do, and it makes a big difference.
Yeah, I think that as a kid, seeing certain actors perform, I felt like I was seen, and so that helps me get through it. I think if I could inspire somebody like me when I was a kid, that would help them come. I felt much more comfortable on stage in front of a lot of people being somebody else than I did in my own skin. And I think just seeing people act and acting myself made me, you know, more okay with who I am as an individual. So yeah, it can definitely break you out of your shell a little bit.
The confidence level.
Yeah.
You build that through time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still working on that, but we're getting there.
It's a never-ending journey. I assure you that.
But you guys did great so far, so good.
So far, so good.
So
Yeah,
good, so good.
it's our 3rd week of performances,
Third week of
right?
shows, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That's great. Time flies.
Time flies.
Yeah. It feels like we've been doing this show forever, and also it feels like we kind of just started. Like it's this weird
100%.
mix of both.
Time is crazy, I'm telling you. I'm so used to what crazy, but crazy to me could be a good thing.
Yeah.
But think about it, it goes by so quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, like I said, time will go by so quick, so now we have to take a break. And we'll be right back.
That's a
When we're
good
back-
segue.
I know, right? When we're back again, we'll talk more about the show and the time. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. And again, now we will talk more about the time and the date of the play, Spring Awakening.
Yeah, so we run till August 10th. Our performances are Thursday through Sunday. Thursday, 7:30 p.m., Friday, 8 p.m., Saturday, 3 and 8, Sunday, 3. So we have quite a few performances lined up. Theater is magical because it has to end at some point. So we have a very limited run, but I would love for everybody to come out and watch the show.
And they can see the schedule online.
Yeah, chancetheater.com. It would be right on the front page. You can check out all of our rehearsal footage, our official trailer, photos, and quotes that we've gotten from all the reviewers that have come to watch the show.
Is there an age limit? Because this is...
It is a bit of a dicey show. It touches on a lot of mature themes. We have a full content advisory on the webpage, depending on your level of comfortability. So feel free to peruse that and make your own judgment. I would tell you it's probably like PG-16 is my bet, but yeah, that's what I would say. That's the final answer.
Well, they can figure it out.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I'm not going to judge for you guys.
You're watching
12-year-old, whatever.
Well, nowadays, the 12 years old is like a 16-year-old.
That's a whole thing.
If you're a chill 12-year-old, come see our show.
Yeah,
If you're really
you
cool,
can afford it. Yeah.
If you're really cool, come see our show.
100%. But yeah, so tickets are available. And if pricing is a concern, we have plenty of discount programs. You can always come usher at the theater and watch the show for free. But we want to make sure everybody's able to watch this show. It's a really important one. Again, we think it's so timely, but the music is gorgeous. The acting and the storytelling, the artistry is phenomenal, and it's one that we really would be proud to share with you guys.
So I don't want to jinx anyone here, but just in case, like when you guys are acting, practicing, and you put so much effort and anything in, and what if during that day, the air time, your show time, you get like you turn like me, you lose your voice, or you get sick.
Yeah.
What happens? You can't have a replacement, right?
We don't have any understudies for this show. I did get sick leading up to the opening night, and I was stressing about it, but just a lot of rest, a lot of medicine, and honestly, sometimes when you're doing a show, and especially when you have to act a lot in the show, you can kind of forget that you're sick until it's over, and then you
Like you're
feel
possessed by that character.
kind of. Like I remember when I went to an acting school, and I was really sick leading up to the auditions for the school, and my voice was completely gone. And I was just like, this is gonna be terrible. I go in and I do the audition. I have to do like 2 monologues and talk with one of the teachers. And for that entire span of time, my voice was completely fine. Then the second I come back to the car, voice was gone again. It was just like this magical thing took over where it's
Wow.
like, you know, the theater gods or something came in
Yeah.
and said like, you have to do this now, and you're you know, you have to believe that you can do it and not think about it too much, and then that helped. But also medicine.
Of course. But wow, it's like you have your voice all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Do either of you have any like vocal maintenance regimens you guys run? Like, do you do like inhalers? Do you do like the steamer?
I think inhaler is more for asthma.
Is it?
They're called what are they called?
Or like
Vaporizer?
or like a saline rinse
yeah.
or something. Yeah, I do that. I have pretty terrible sinuses. So
Yeah.
I do like Claritin. I was doing Flonase for a while, but that kind of dries you out, so I
Right.
stopped doing that.
Yeah.
I steam. I feel like I do a lot of things. I have like a little spray that I'll use, cough drops, but nothing with menthol because that also dries out your vocal
Oh,
cords.
for real? I should
Yeah.
do that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
why is it? It helps, but like,
Pectin's really great. Something that's gonna like increase or like soothe your throat is
Right.
gonna be good. But yeah, I feel like I do a lot of things. and
you
I'm-
bring your own pharmacist with you.
Basically, right?
Yeah.
I feel like
Pharmacy.
I'm moving into the theater every time I come in. I have this like giant backpack with all of my stuff. I also use Dr. Vox. It's like a little bottle and it warms up your voice really quickly. So you blow bubbles into this little bottle and it comes out a spout. And so it creates back pressure,
Wow.
which helps you warm up.
Wow.
So I use that religiously before every show.
Yeah, I drink
Thank
a
you
lot
for
of
sharing.
water and warm up a lot. And oh my gosh, oh yeah, like not eating before bed sometimes because it's especially
Acid
if it's really
reflux?
acidic. Yeah. The acid reflux can burn your vocal cords, so I try not to do that, and I fail often. But you know, I try. I keep it in mind. I think I
for
shouldn't
you.
eat, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what I have. I try. So the doctor said, so don't eat too late. Don't eat at after 7
Yeah,
o'clock,
yeah.
right?
Mhm.
But I sleep late.
Yeah,
So at,
me too.
at 6:30 I stop eating, and then I stay up until 12. Like, I'm hungry.
Yeah,
Stop eating.
yeah, exactly.
And you gotta eat. I'm right there with you.
You're preaching to the choir right
Yeah.
now.
But that's when you
I
wake
get
up with
that.
acid reflux.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
okay.
Can
I don't
I tell
have to
you what
sing.
fixed me? Apple cider vinegar.
Oh, that's what I
Because
do. What?
I have my ENT and I also have the same thing. And he was like, just take apple cider vinegar twice a day. I was going hoarse for a year right before
Wow.
the show actually. I was basically hoarse off and on, and it was really, really bad. So apple cider vinegar twice a day. Try it out, and it'll help.
Just like a shot of it.
Taking that advice.
Yeah, well, I do. I'll
taking that
dilute
advice.
it with
Sure, sure,
water.
sure.
For
You
sure.
know what you guys are great at right now? Commercial.
Yeah, you're selling
Apple
that
cider
vinegar.
vinegar.
right?
Oh, you guys are naturals at it. I'm gonna go buy me
so
some
funny.
ACV right now.
It's really great. It
That's
saved my
awesome.
voice for sure.
I get
But you
that.
never know. Maybe that's something that you guys will do next.
Oh man,
Yeah, TV.
I've done a couple commercials,
Me too,
but I
yeah.
always get the weird commercials. I get the weirdest commercials.
Like what, for example?
Oh my gosh, I don't know if I could shout out the companies, but
No, just like for the product.
so the
company.
plot of one of them, probably the weirdest one. I had a prosthetic head that was shaped like a bowl, and the food that is the product that we are selling was inserted into my head. And the commercial is me. I'm playing video games. You don't see my head or my friend's head, and I stop playing the video game and I say, "Listen, man, something's been on my mind." And he goes, and then he says the name of the product, and then it zooms out to my head, and it's just the bowl of food, and I go, "Yeah, man,
It's actually very smart.
It was really funny, really creative, and but those are the only ones. I never book the ones where I'm like, try this window cleaner. It's really good. It's always like I'm a weird alien or I'm reacting to
That's so much
something
more
strange.
fun.
It is way more
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing, you guys. We have like maybe 3 minutes. So within this 3 minutes, I don't know if you guys have anything you want to share. Maybe a thank you to your supporters or a message to the audience or viewers or whoever's watching right now.
Yeah.
Maybe supporters, family, friends.
I'll go first. Thank you for having us again. It's always a pleasure being on this show with Chelsea. Thank you to Chelsea, by the way, for being an absolute rock star. Come visit us at the Chance. If Spring Awakening's not your speed, that's okay. We have plenty of shows coming up. What the Constitution Means to Me is our final play of the year. But we just added Scrooge the Musical, which is a musical adaptation of the famous Christmas Carol story. So that's the first time we've ever produced this show. So you're kind of seeing history and tradition in the making. We'd love to welcome you to it. And then Fancy Nancy Splendiferous Christmas is also happening at the end of the year. Perfect for the family. You get to see Nancy at her fanciest. Learn the magic of Christmas, which I am told is not materialism. So come find out what it is. That's what I'm going to shout out.
Thank you.
Yeah, please come see Spring Awakening. I couldn't be more proud of a show than I am of this show. It's genuinely like the most happy I've been acting in so long. I feel like just to do a show that's this fulfilling and rewarding and that audiences come and they really enjoy it. We've had great audiences so far. And we'd love for you to continue that tradition of being a great audience member. I also want to shout out my girlfriend, Cameron, who's come see the show twice and cried, both times, and she's still going to see it again. So I'm putting her through a lot emotionally by doing this show, and shout out Cameron.
Aw, that was okay. I don't want to follow that. That was so sweet. Shout out to our cast and our production team. I feel so incredibly blessed to be doing this show with you guys. It's such an important story and audiences are really falling in love with it. So come and join the magic of Spring Awakening. Yeah.
Good job, you guys. I'm just happy to hear all of this. A lot of things going on, and I wish you guys will have more and more things to celebrate later on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then practice, don't lose your voice.
Don't lose your voice. I agree.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Don't
We're
learn
trying.
From, yeah.
Barely hanging on.
Right.
Yeah. So I guess it's about time. Before that,
Well, thank you.
Maybe say the address one more time.
Yeah.
And the dates one more time.
5522 East La Palma Avenue, Anaheim. We're off of Imperial and La Palma. Chance Theater. Please come check us out. We'd love to see you there.
All right, thank you, and it's time to say bye to the audience.
Bye. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, and I hope to see you guys again, and maybe next time I'll just fully speak English again. That way I don't have to turn back in Vietnamese and English and Vietnamese.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.